Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our live podcast of Time Out Cricket Podcast. And today we are going to discuss the just ended match, RCB and SRH. And also, we are going to discuss tomorrow's match. Yesterday's match, KKR versus Mumbai Indians. And just want to mention one thing due to some technical glitch, we were not able to come live yesterday, and so we are very sorry about that. Now, as we have come today, we are going to discuss both the match. Apart from that, we are going to discuss the next match, that is tomorrow's match, Rajasthan Royals versus, I think,
DC.
Delhi. Yeah, Delhi Capitals, Rajasthan Royals and Delhi Capitals. So Bishuja, I'm going to shower my questions right back to you. Now, the first question that definitely comes from today's match, or we going to start with yesterday's match first? What do you say?
Uh, let's start with today's match as means it was live. Okay, and then we can take it because I guess if we discuss any one of the match, it's just a action replay of each other. Okay,
Exactly,
it's just an
exactly.
action
Because
replay.
right. Because if we look into the things, like we saw an excellent comeback from two teams, RCB and MI, and we saw a disappointing run chase both from SRH and KKR. So we were going to start with KKR versus Mumbai Indians. Let's take the positive sides of both the teams first. So first, definitely, bowling. Both the
See,
team had
Ovik,
a good bowling.
no, no,
What do you
Ovik,
say?
I will tell you one thing. Before we go on to our discussion, I find a trend in the matches of Chepauk. I feel the real T20 match starts after the 15th over of the second
Right.
innings.
Hmm.
Okay, so a person, if he watches the match after the say 35th over, means 20 and 15, then I guess
Hmm.
the real match start. Now coming
Hmm.
to the positive of KKR, which you said, obviously KKR's bowling was an Achilles heel last year. If you
Hmm.
remember, KKR did two things quite well in the two matches they played so far. A, they improved their batting in the power play. B, they improved their bowling in the power play. Okay, so yes, the biggest positive is the bowling, but that positive was aided by the nature of the pitch.
Another thing, definitely I want to look into, that is the disappointing runches. Do you really think that the runches were disappointing, or winning the toss and batting second was a wrong choice?
I will tell you one thing. This entire thing happened because of two factors. A, due. Because I feel nowadays in India, in T20s, people are so, the captain is so much scared of due that whenever they win the toss, irrespective of the pitch condition, they will go for fielding first because of thinking the due will come. And B, what AB de Villiers did in the first match. See, if you remember the first match of Mumbai versus RCB, Mumbai could have won that match if not for the brilliance of AB de Villiers. ABD hit some crucial balls, took some crucial runs against Bumrah, and he won the match. So people thought that it is easy to chase in Chepauk. It's not so. If Dew doesn't come, believe me, Chepauk is a very difficult ground to chase. If Dew doesn't come, and we have seen so far, Dew has not come. Thankfully, even though KKR lost, I will say thankfully because it balances the games out.
One point for you, I definitely want to discuss about is for from KKR point of view, Andre Russell. Now, Andre Russell was very good with the bowling. Death over bowling was excellent in the last two matches. He bowled excellent in the death overs, but the batting, I don't know how we are going to how I am going to explain that batting of last night, because he didn't look as the traders we always know. He looks somebody
No,
else.
Avik, I will just add one thing over here. See, I feel any power hitter or through the line hitter will find difficulty in hitting the shots in Chepauk. Believe me. Okay. Now, Andre Russell is not like someone like a Virat Kohli, or he's not like someone like a Kane Williamson. Okay, he relies on pure timing. Okay, the power, sorry, pure power. Now, what happens if there is slowness in the pitch, if there is spin in the ball, most often than not, he will fail. Today we saw that with Johnny Bairstow. Today we saw that. Okay. So that's what I'm saying, that Andre Russell, yes, the batting was disappointing. See, his batting was disappointing since last season.
Hmm.
Okay. And he has one more match in Chepauk against RCB before, I guess, Kolkata moves on to Mumbai, if I'm correct. Okay.
Right.
So he needs to get his game together, because remember, he is not playing in the team as a bowler. His bowling has improved, no doubt. But again, I don't think we can call it an improvement, because he is bowling that same over the wickets. But with the help of the pitch, with the help of Chepauk, it is very difficult to time him. Okay. So, but I think he needs to clear that confusion and needs to get his batting order, because if not, it will be a difficult season for KKR.
But apart from last match, if you look into the whole thing, like whether we had a lot of questions, definitely, like the middle order didn't perform well, and the things never went okay with KKR. But don't you think that two matches doesn't shows everything open? Because I think there are a lot of things to say right now, because we have so many
No,
matches
see, I
left.
will tell you. No, no. See, I will tell you, and I repeat what I said in my initial team preview of KKR. KKR has the best middle order in this IPL. Come what may. You see the names. You have Shakib, you have Owen Morgan, you have Dinesh Karthik, you have Andre Russell. Okay, KKR has a gun middle order. Only thing is that what I feel, sometimes they are going, when you have your vision, when you have your target in front of you, say KK needed 32 from 30 balls or 31 from 30 balls, something like that. They could have easily taken the game lead. I thought they were thinking of A, Jasprit Bumrah is coming back, and B, I guess what the net run rate might be. They lost the plot. Okay. So yeah, two games are too early to say, but I guess Andre Russell needs to step up with the bat period.
Acha, we have one question from our viewer, Shouro Banerjee. So the question is, do you think Morgan is out of form since the England series? What do you say?
Absolutely. Shorjo has really means hit the nail on the head. This was one of my major fear coming to this KKR campaign. Morgan in the England series, say five T20s, and I guess he played one ODI. He was terribly out of form. He was terribly out of form. Morgan needs to perform as a batsman. You know what I liked about Owen Morgan yesterday? He bowled 5 overs of spin straight in the power play. That was a champion captaincy, which I think Virat Kohli missed today. Virat Kohli only bowled 1 over of spin today. Okay, so yes, we need Owen Morgan, the hitter, the batsman, but I guess the Chepauk pitch is preventing few teams from going through their plans. But I like this. Believe me, I like games in pitches like Chepauk where there is a bat versus ball, not say someone like a Wankhede where there is dew, where it's a road and it's bat versus bat.
But again, definitely, I don't know. Most of the viewers, usually, like 90% of viewers, like people hitting the bowlers right out of the park. That is the
Then,
trend of the
then a day
IPL
will
viewers
come.
have.
Then a day will come. We won't have any bowlers anymore. The
Right.
day will come. We will be having any bowling machine.
But to be very honest, that is the nature of IPL. Like people throughout the years but like
No, I would like to
loved
disagree with you.
batting like
Uh,
see we are not talking from the cricket point of perspective, because there are certain areas like you can say that yeah, we do love cricket. But if you look at from the general point perspective, like from the masses, everybody likes like somebody like Russell is hitting out of the park, or somebody, anyone like Virat Kohli is hitting out in the park. They
no,
want it to be a batsman game.
no, Obik, I would just there are few people, there are few, I would say, categories of people, or there are few masses out there who likes low scoring thrillers, and I know many renowned commentators like that too. So
that that
I
is
guess
that
this,
is that's what I said. I'm talking about from cricket point of view, like a cricketing perspective, like me or you, we like this kind of pitches where there is a competition. However, if you look at the masses, there are people, obviously if we are talking about the whole mass,
see
there are
people, yeah,
people.
there are people who might be loving. Anyways, let's bring our discussion back to the match, today's match. Okay,
Okay,
I
before
will
I
stay.
move on,
I will,
I have one another
yes.
question from Choudjo. Why is Harbhajan playing in the 11 if he's bowling just 1 or 2 overs?
Shorjo, I would just like to say one thing. I guess Owen Morgan is going with more resources on the field. If you remember, this is MS Dhoni's style of captaincy. What MS Dhoni did with CSK, they used to go with 25, 28 overs on the field. Means they used to take go with 6, 7 bowling option. There were
Right.
matches where Jadeja, or there were matches where Karan Sharma wouldn't even bowl a single over. Now the
Hmm.
thing is that while Harbhajan is playing, I guess Owen Morgan is relying more on Harbhajan's, experience. He is because he played a lot of matches in Chepauk. And remember, first match he played mainly for a matchup with David Warner, which he nearly had his wicket. And secondly, Harbhajan Singh might be his bowling 2 overs because there might be some matches where may need him. Again, it's very easy to be wise after the fact. But again, I guess Owen Morgan is relying on his captaincy, on his experience, Harbhajan's experience, going with the thing that if I need him, I have that weapon in my arsenal. One more thing I would like to say, Harbhajan's experience is massive, especially in such wicket. But again, there might be debates that why not some other spinner. But again, I think for a couple of matches, it was okay. Not a decision I would be worried about.
Again,
Now, Obi,
I do agree with your point. Yeah, moving on to our next segment, but before that, I just want to say, yeah, I do agree with your point that Harbhajan, definitely that experience come into play, because that 1-2 overs, if you look at that in that numbers, maybe it's not huge thing, but those 1-2 overs do make some impact, and even presence on the field, a spinner, a world class spinner like Harbhajan, presence on the field makes some difference. Okay, moving on to
see,
the
I
next
guess,
segment.
yeah, just Harbhajan might be playing one more match in Chennai. After
Right.
that, on a flatter wicket, I don't see him playing. Now, coming on to the current match, because we need to discuss this thing. I
Yeah.
guess SRH had got the question paper one day earlier. They got the question paper one day earlier. They knew what are the questions coming in the examination, and they knew what are the answers would be, and they could have prepared for that. I think this was a bigger choke than KKR because they saw what happened yesterday. They saw that. They knew that, the way Manish Pandey and Basto got out, you cannot play a cross-batted shot on Chepauk pitch where the ball is coming slow. Okay. I thought at least Manish Pandey, who has played lot of matches in the southern part of India, he should have been having a better idea than Basto. I can understand Johnny Basto is a clean hitter. He's an English batsman, and he's born and brought up in playing pitches which are flat. Okay, so he thought, okay, I can play across the line which I play in England. But Manish Pandey would have been a bit more sensible.
Now, another thing I would say that, like what you said, they got the question paper one day beforehand. But again, I think they relied on their 10 years question paper, because, there is a tendency of the all the IPL squad to bat second. And I don't know why that happens, because everybody
No,
loves to chase. So I think that is the thing. They
no,
relied
see,
on their 10 years question paper
Ovig,
rather than the first question paper they got in hand.
Ovig, if you see both the matches, KKRs and SRH, a
Huh,
chasing team could have won easily. There is
right,
no question. There is no
right.
question on that. They faltered. It's not like that Mumbai won or RCB won, rather KKR lost or SRH lost. They faltered. Means you cannot tell me you don't. If you have say less than 7 runs and over, you have to go and tonk every over. They could have easily played 5, 6, 7 runs and over because especially SRH saw what happened last night. And in Chepauk, once the ball gets old, once the pitches it doesn't get flatter, there is no dew. There will be turn, there will be slowness in the field. So I thought it was a bigger choke. But again, from a viewer's perspective, from the cricket analyst perspective, I enjoy matches. I love low scorers, if you ask me.
Yeah, okay. So now let's come back to the main question before we move on to the next match prediction or forecasting, do we say? Last question, Chipok. Now let's look at this pitch. I think we have right now 4 matches in
Four
Chipok
matches.
in the same pitch, in the same wicket. Today we saw the wicket had lot of
Not
dark
on the
patches.
same pitch. Not on the same pitch, my friend. Pitches they were like they were playing on the subsequent pitches, not on the same pitch.
Acha. But what I saw today, today's pitch, I may be wrong. I'm sorry. That is my I didn't notice. But today's pitch, I saw so many patches, dark patches here and there. Do you think that the pitches are now getting tired after multiple matches happening consecutively?
Oh, wait, this is the nature of the Chepauk pitch. You look at Wankhede. I guess these two matches were played in Wankhede. Was the pitches tired? Were the
So
pitches tired
just
over there?
just to link up my question, I didn't complete my question. That my bad. That how much effect it will put on the next or the last match that I think RCB versus KKR. That is my
No, there are
question
some
actually.
other matches also. In Chepauk, I guess SRH is playing 5 matches. Okay, so SRH three more matches are there. Just I will tell you one thing. Next match, RCB versus KKR is a day game, is an afternoon game, 3:30 start.
Hmm.
100% a captain winning the toss will bat over there. The reason is that now they don't have the cloud of dew. 3:30 match starting time, so there is no chance of even a drop of dew.
Right.
In Chepauk, I guess the dew factor, the fear of dew, led to the team chasing. Okay, I think in Chepauk is very difficult. Again, I repeat my statement. It's a difficult ground to chase. And on the team preview which I did earlier for SRH, I thought SRH team suited the Chepauk ground more than any other team. They had world class spinners, and their batsmen were more suited towards playing spin. Be it Manish Pandey, Abdul Samad, they had Kedar. I was really surprised they didn't bring out Kedar Jadhav and they played Vijay Shankar. They could have played Kedar Jadhav because Kedar Jadhav is known for orchestrating a chase which is say 30 of 30, 30 of 40, something like that. And he can give you occasional a couple of overs. They could have played Kedar Jadhav. One thing I would like to point out more about today's game, Virat Kohli's captaincy and RCB team. I was a bit surprised with Virat Kohli's captaincy in the power play where he just bowled one over a spin. I thought he could have utilized Washington Sundar and Glenn Maxwell a bit more instead of giving say Shiraj or one more over. Why I'm saying so? In this pitch, you never know. Like Sabaj Ahmed, a new rookie bowler, he got 3 wickets. Might be Glenn Maxwell could have priced out a wicket. I thought Kohli being a captain, he is a pace-oriented captain. He loves pace, so he brought in mainly the majorly the seamers and he gave the bowling. So I thought there that was one thing he could have done differently.
And if the only problem is that if Kohli doesn't take a note out of it, this will make him suffer more in the later on matches. Because definitely, if you are fielding in Chipok, you should use your spinners to the highest utility point, because the ball is turning and sometimes it's not turning, because I have seen certain batsmen got out for a non-existent spin. They were trying to play a spin which is not there. So that is
See,
one
that
thing
is
we
a
had to.
beauty. That is a beauty of such
uh,
pitches. You
right.
you you guard yourself for the danger when the danger is not there. Just to add to my point, one more thing. I think in such pitches, Kohli could have brought in someone like an Adam Zampa in case of a Dan Christian and drop one bowler and play a batsman. Because believe me, in such pitches, Adam Zampa will be a difficult bowler to get away with. And second thing, I was very disappointed with the bowling of Yuzvendra Chahal because in these pitches, in such condition, Chahal bowled I think 4 over for 30 without any wicket. He didn't get a single wicket. He is the lead spinner of RCB. He was the lead spinner of India. You cannot get away with see Chepauk is like like it's the best pitch for a spinner. You cannot go wicketless in Chepauk. You're not bowling in Wankhede. There is no dew. So that was very disappointing.
So
Yesterday, Chahar got 4 wickets.
we will definitely ponder on this particular question, one video where we have a huge concern over the Indian spinners right now. We both have Bishaja, so we are definitely going to do a cover on this point on a video later
Sure.
on. So moving on to tomorrow's match, Rajasthan Royals, Delhi Capitals, new captain, young captains to be exact, and Sanju Samson played a blinder. Rishabh
To
Pant
add
was
to add,
good,
Ben Stokes is not there.
and Ben Stokes is not there. My God, I forgot. Yeah, Ben
See,
Stokes is not there.
Ovik,
A huge miss.
if I look into the RR team, they were top heavy. Okay, Jofra Archer was not there. Now Ben Stokes is ruled out of IPL. They only have Josh Butler and an inexperienced middle order.
Right.
The only positive they have is that they are playing in Wankhede, where you can hit through the line. You can hit through the line. So yeah, RR, DC, and DC is another team I'm looking forward to. The reason is that they have all the bases covered. They have good spinners. Now Rabada and Anvek Noye is coming back to the team. And also they have a very gun batting lineup. If you ask me, tomorrow's match, DC are clear favorites because their batting, their bowling will suit Wankhede more. But again, can RR spring a surprise? Chances are less. But my money is with DC.
But again, let's hope that because we have seen our favorites, like whoever we thought are favorites, ended up in a losing side. So we are a little bit confused this year. But again, Wankhede, if we look at Wankhede, if we look at um, Delhi Capitals team composition, they are definitely the favorites because we don't see much hope with RR right now because we don't see anybody covering up for Ben
Ovik,
Stokes.
if you just go back to the last match of RR versus Punjab, RR got close to the chase because Punjab missed 3-4 catches of Sanju Samson.
Hmm.
If those catches would have been taken, there was a high chance, there was a high chance that RR could have ended with a larger losing margin. So, yes, I guess, yes, Delhi has a better chance. But again, Wankhede, Dew, win the toss, chase 200, 180 is a par score. Rather, 220 was, we saw it was chaseable. So again, it's a bat versus bat tomorrow. So let's see.
Okay, so let's end our live session for today. We are going to come back tomorrow again after the RR versus um, Desi match. And again, I hope that our prediction goes right this time and DC wins the match tomorrow. With this, good night to all our viewers. Good night, Bishajay. And
Good.
we're going to come back tomorrow. And please
Goodbye.
subscribe to our channel, Time Out Cricket Podcast. Please subscribe to our channel, like our
And
videos.
one more thing, a special video which we have been talking about is coming shortly. I guess in a day or two. I guess in a
Right,
day or two it's coming.
right.
It's a very special video. Just a small hint. It is regarding the
It's
pandemic. It
definitely,
is
yeah,
regarding
it's regarding the
so,
pandemic.
and you will have a lot of answers and some cricket touches there. So you will see when the video comes out.
Yeah, and it's coming on, it's premiering on Friday for sure. So,
Okay.
anyways,
Let's
thank you everyone. Good night, Bishajay, and sweet
goodbye.
dreams, sweet dreams, and hope. Let's hope the match comes on. Okay, so if you liked our video, please subscribe to us again. Again, I'm saying again and again, and please share as much as possible. Thank you very much. Good night.